remember I met this one dude who just got out of jail.
Yeah.
He was friends of my friend. The first guy I ever met that was in jail. And he had just the weirdest vibe. I had a buddy of mine who actually was a training partner of mine who was one guy. He was like this one way, and then he went to jail on a drug charge, and he came out like 3 years later, and he was a totally different person.
Oh, wow.
He was super jacked. I don't know if he was doing steroids or what, but he was like really jacked and fucking aggressive and super dangerous. And he was telling me these stories about jail and about all the fights that he had gotten into in jail, and he got in like almost like a fight to the death with a mop stick in this guy. He was telling me these horrific fights, and it had just changed him, man. I mean, I'd never experienced something like that before, where I knew a guy before he went to prison, and then I knew him after prison, and he was just a completely different person and fucking very dangerous to spar with. Like very dangerous. Like he would try to kill you. We would have wars. Like they weren't really sparring matches. They were fights.
People were, some people got dangerous, dude. Especially if they got on the drugs or got on the gear, you know.
This guy, I think, was both. I think he was on gear, and I think he was doing coke, because I know he was selling. He was selling coke. I know he was getting coke for girls and stuff like that. He wound up dying. But here's where it gets really crazy. While I knew this guy, like while he was training at the same gym as me, he got arrested and questioned in this murder where this guy who was an informant, I think he was an informant, they found him where he had been repeatedly injected with cocaine to keep him alive while they were breaking his bones. So from him blacking out from the pain, they were injecting him with cocaine to keep him awake and conscious while they were breaking his bones with a hammer. I think they cut his hands and his head off too, and he got somehow or another he got implicated or at least questioned about that.